We are back, and tonight we're going to be jumping into some best ball mania drafts. We're going to do as many as we can hit the like goal tonight. So maybe we draft all night. Who knows? First goal is going to be set at 35 likes. If you guys are new to the channel and you're just coming in, drop a like. If you like it, hit the subscribe button. We're going to be doing a 24-hour live stream if we hit 1,000 subscribers. Some quick hellos. Lucky 7, Adam, you guys are here early like you're showing up to work. Jared, Jonathan, Nate, Scoot, what's going on, fellas? Let's go. I'm hyped up. We're going to be maxing out BBM in the next probably 2 weeks. That will give us like 4 days, 5 days before kickoff. We have around 20 drafts left, so we're almost there anyways. And real quick, what I like to start off doing, showing the current landscape here on 4for4, just the ADP changes over the course of the last 3 or 4 days. Nathaniel Dell's still rising up. We'll see if he's dealing with a little injury or something, or if they were just playing it safe with him tonight. Didn't play. Mechie was returning kicks. Deuce Vaughn up 9 spots. He's like the fun click right now. He's the fun click. But if they don't add anyone, sure. If you need another pass catcher, you need a double stack Dak or something, like it's not the worst click in the world, but I'm not going to be doing it too often, that's for sure. Musgrave up 8.9 spots. Zeke another 7. Jake Ferguson, someone that definitely I want some more of. He's going to be someone that I'm heavily targeting right now for the end of the draft season. Khalil Herbert, I feel like this is the casual pick. This is the casual pick where like everyone just came back to fantasy football. They're doing research for their at-home league, and they're like, oh, wow, like I just saw him break a long run. It was actually a catch, but 60-yard touchdown. Like, yeah, but man, that's a busy backfield still. Like nothing changes. He's explosive. Sure. He's an explosive running back. He's going to be involved. So is Roshan. Roshan's going to be involved probably earlier than people like to admit. And Donta Foreman's a dog. Guy's a dog. He gets a chance, dog. Everywhere he goes. So it's going to be a 3-headed backfield. Now, by the end of the season, you're sort of hoping that Rashawn has like 40% of that workload. You're hoping Khalil Herbert retains 40%. And then you have Foreman there probably like 15, 20%. So he's going to be in the mix. I mean, these are 3 guys that are definitely usable. Just some quick notes about today's preseason games. We saw Singletary make some actually really good catches. Definitely going to be usable there on 3rd down for Houston. Tank Bigsby going like 10 for 71 or something. Like he had a great game. And the game that's on right now, Pittsburgh. And you love to see this. Pat Freiermuth, 1 catch, 25-yard titty. Jaylen Warren, 1 carry, 62 yards to the house. And it looked great. Yeah, I mean, it was a nice run. Latavius Murray, 6 carries for 26 yards. We all know that's what you need. Kincaid catches for 45 yards on the Buffalo side of things. Stroud a little shaky out the gate, but guess what, guys? That's like completely expected for rookie QBs. It's what happened with Burrow, happened with Trevor Lawrence. It's the standard. So it's going to take a little bit. It is good to see that, 2 targets, 2 catches for Nico Collins for 21 yards. It's good to know that at least they have like a baseline level of connection there. That's going to be important. You want that at a very minimum. A-Chain. Now I'm at 3%, and I've been starting to mix them in. We just got him. Now, luckily, I split it with Drew, so it's 250. And I'm not overreacting. Like he got hurt. He hurt his shoulder. A little speculation on what play happened on, but after his long run, he got picked up and dropped, like WWE style. I guess he played a couple more snaps after that, but smaller dude. Everyone's already celebrating their Mostert shares, and don't do that. Don't do that. It's preseason. It's so early, and all the money's at the end of the year anyways. So don't early victory lap. It's nice to see your shares and all that, but like anything can happen still. Anything could happen. Mostert can get hurt tomorrow. Then That being said, like, I've just never been a huge A-chain guy just because it's a three-headed backfield. I've been on just whoever goes last in this backfield, similar to Chicago, similar to New Orleans. Just give me the guy that goes last, and typically they have just as much, if not more upside than those other 2 guys. So, that's sort of the way I've been dealing with these backfields as of right now. And when um, we talk about redraft, it's gonna be incredibly, incredibly difficult to draft these backfields in redraft. Like, can you imagine trying to decipher who to start between, like, Jamal Williams? Like, what week would be a Jamal Williams week? Like, who knows? That's gonna be a mess. That really is. I'm already forecasting that, like, I'd rather just take someone on another offense. Give me the RB2 in another offense. Give me Singletary. You know what I mean? Frank, what's going on, my man? An official spoon completed with BBM, so we don't have to worry about Frank jumping into our draft tonight. Ben, what's going on, my man? Texan, I hope all your Underdog promos or the pick'ems are going well. If you guys aren't already in our Discord, link in the description. Um, we're crushing it in the pick'ems. It's pretty crazy. We also pay for a website for the Pounders as well, and multiple people are on that. But yeah, let's jump into a BBM soon. I'm gonna pull up a little something something here as well. So here's here's the risers. Let's see who's falling. Treylon Burks, another 7 spots. Current ADP is now at 95. He can't go, like, he can't. I spoke about this the other day. Like, he can't go any further. There's no room for him to, there's no one else for him to go behind. Like, he's at a good range. And yeah, there's a little bit of uncertainty with the knee injury with the LCL sprain. But right now it's looking like it's going to be like under 4 weeks. So I want to make my rosters as strong as possible for the end of the season. Now you get a nice little discount on Burks. I'm still going to be mixing them in here. Dolchich, I just have enough. I'm at like 8-9%. So, like, I don't care if I just fade him the rest of the way out. I wasn't completely on Dolchich to start anyways. Hill, a little fall. And the reasoning for this is people are back on Juwan. It's like, boys, we never left. I've been saying, buy that dip. So definitely in on the Juwan hype. I'm in on tight ends that are part of Derek Carr's offenses. I think that's just a good standard to be on. Mechie falling a little bit, and you're probably going to continue to see this, especially with him just being like a punt return guy tonight. Not the best look. Jerome Ford falling a couple spots. Rondell Moore finally. Like, I never understood his ADP when he got steamed up by ETR, but yeah, maybe now when he falls to like 152, 155, maybe then he becomes clickable. But right now, even still 144, I think it's a tough look. JMO. JMO's falling for a couple of reasons. Not doing the best in training camp. And then on top of that, the injury. Does it matter a whole lot, the injury? He's out anyways. He's suspended for 6 weeks. So I think we can just stop overreacting and click him in this range. Again, he's going in a good range. He's going after Tyler Boyd now. Kendre Miller, I'm still mixing him in. He falls to like 180, 185. I'm still mixing him in there. And then Cordell Patterson's not really my click. And these guys, Rashid Shaheed's still falling because I don't think he's practicing yet with that groin injury. But still, I'm drafting Rashid Shaheed at an aggressive rate. Let's pull it up. We did tip off the Patreon members and the YouTube memberships. We have 5 spots left in this draft. 3, 2, 1. Let's get it going. Give us a good spot here. Top 2. Called it. Let's go. See, guys, easy game. It's an easy game. All you have to do is ask. Say, I would like a top 2 spot, and maybe I should have been more specific. I wanted number 1, but we'll keep those complaints to ourselves. We'll send those complaints to the HR office. It's going to be a wild season, baby. It's gonna be a wild, wild season. Yeah, Nate been taking a lot of Khalil can confirm casual pick. I love that. You got to knock yourself a couple times here and there. Hope you'll let us know when to get in. Entries are flying in. Uh-oh. If you want an upper hand, YouTube memberships, that little join button down there, be a YouTube spoon, get some cool emojis on the YouTube machine. And on top of that, you get into a couple Discord channels that we tip off our members. Let's see what Egg White does here. Egg White, a fellow pounder, J Dubs, Texan Wolverine, the icon. This is going to be a pounders draft for sure. And of course, everyone's on the front end. Vicky in the 12 spot, being sneaky on the back end here. Also a pounder YouTube spoon. Chase it is. Chase it is. All right, everybody. Cheers. Let's go. And we're off. Top 3 picks, pretty standard, followed by Hill. Very, very standard. Let me pop out the chat here so I can see what all the freaks are saying. Oh my God. How many drafts does everyone have left for BBM? Is everyone relatively full, or are you saving them, or is it Pound Town? Is it Pound Town time? Because for me, I've been doing probably 2 a day to sort of catch up. I just think it's funny, like everyone that like puts off drafting, right? They're like, injuries and la-di-da-di-da. I'm not going to draft until August 29th. It's like, all right, that's good for you. I'm trying to do like 800 drafts this offseason. So there's only so many drafts you can do in a short period of time. People that put off drafting, I feel like, are drafting right now. And they got Treylon Burks shares. Yeah, maybe they didn't get Tim Patrick and fuck us, right? But it is what it is. Like, that's not a huge loss for the early drafters for the amount of value that we got in early drafting if you were targeting those risers. 19 more for Jeremy, 8 left for Nate. Holy smokes. Yeah, Ben, of course, your favorite spot's the 102. You picked Chase in the 1, you sicko. And I was doing that a little bit too, just to balance. But now my Justin Jefferson exposure is like 8 or 9%. Chase is around 10. So can't complain. I've seen people's entries and like they're saying like how many times you got the 1 spot, 2, all the way through 12 for BBM. And like you see some nightmare stories on Twitter. And it's like, yeah, I got the 1 and 2 spot a total of twice. It's like, all right. Get away from me. I don't want that that negative juju there. Don't want it to rub off. Will Chuba Monra start? So we are doing a Best Ball Mania draft right now. 677,000 entrants. It has a regular season prize on top of the playoff prize. 3 million a first, 1 million a second, all the way down. It's going to be a finals, week 17 of 441 teams. The top 2 out of 12 will advance out of this pod. Weeks 1 through 14, we're competing. Top 2 will move on to week 15. You'll be a pod of 16 teams. 1 out of 16 moves on to week 16. Then 1 out of 16 again moves on to week 17. So it's incredibly tough. I think I saw a stat that it's like if you maxed BBM and if you advance at an average rate, it was basically like it's like 1 in 8 years that you make the final, something crazy like that. Now, 1 out of 16 is harder than last year, and that's harder than the year before that as well. So this is going to be the toughest year to make the finals with those advance rates. Oh, baby. Jonathan buying Ramondre at the back end. I love that. Sometime falling to this 11, 12 spot pretty regularly too. It's like a cheat code on the back end now. Getting Stevenson all the way back here when typically he was going in this range, 25 to 29. So be able to get Stevenson now in the back end feels really, really good. And we'll just take Derrick Henry here. We're just going to lock him in. It's like we know. If you guys are in the Founders Pounders Patreon League, we are going to be doing the draft, spinning the wheel of names to get our draft order at the end of this draft. And if we hit 35 likes, we're going to be doing another draft after this one. So go down there, smash the like button for us. We'll be doing another high stakes $500 draft soon. So make sure you hit that bell for notifications. You don't want to miss that. The last one was our last time we went live, and that went great with Drew. That went great. Like, this spot's just like underwhelming for me. Really is. Like, if we go T Higgins, do we just auto get Burrow coming back to us at 48? We should. We should. And if we don't, do we somehow luck into Fields? Like, I wouldn't care if one of those 2 make it back to us. Let's try it. Let's try the double with Burrow here. Yeah, 2 spot can be tough. It just depends. It just depends. Jared, I got your message, brother. I got your message. I got my phone up right here. Josh Allen at 29. And I think this is interesting now. Like drafting, I've been talking about this too, like drafting these elite QBs now in BBM where we faded them early. I think that's super important to fade them early when they were going at their highest cost in the second round. They started like, geez, like in this range right here, middle of the second round. To be able to get that exposure on the back end now has felt good, especially like I'm not super overweight on any of those 3. But that's definitely felt good. And same thing, like if you faded Stevenson, if you faded Kenneth Walker, like these are good times to get pieces like Brees Hall. Like I'm getting him at 50 pretty often right now, and I was at like 5% before the news of Dalvin Cook. I really wasn't clicking Hall, wasn't clicking Stevenson. I was just any team that Dalvin had a chance of going to, I was just pretty much fading those running backs for the most part. For the most part. We knew they were gonna kill someone's value. Closing line. Anything crazy going on here in this room? Not really, huh? Expected, though. We got 3 pounders right here. This is like a pounder sandwich in the top 6. Vicky's all alone, just doing her thing in the 12 spot. See what she musters up. Josh Jacobs falling, Gibbs falling, back to like a more normal ADP. Justin Fields. I've been seeing this so much, and we've been doing it too. Pulling up Fields and DJ Moore to the spot. I don't hate it. I really don't. I think it's completely viable. Stevenson goes at 39. That's just that just feels so good. That just feels so good. Who do we want Burrow, but who else do we want to come back to us? 54. We have so many pounders too. We can't even like really talk too much about our picks. Bunch of sickos. Everyone jumped in this one tonight. Everyone jumped in this one. Mike Willie. This guy's definitely going for the Herbert double, which would be so sick to get. I can't get Herbert. It's just like I'll have a double stack. I'll have everyone in the freaking offense. Just like naked Herbert, like before ADP, 7 picks. It's like, what do I have to do to get a Herbert stack? He's been one of the guys that my portfolio does not match my take. And I hate that. I hate that. I really do want more Herbert. But I also don't want to force it. Getting to that point. Hall goes. Let's see. Maybe we should be able to get a free Najee here, to be honest. Get Najee at 47. That feels really good. That feels really good. Yeah, I know. Exactly, Nate. Then you don't grab any charger and he falls. It's like, what is happening? What is happening? Yeah, we're pushing Joe Burrow just because I mean we have both of the main pass catchers. It doesn't really make sense for Eggwhite to take him. So we secure the running back that we want. Following 6 picks. Damn, Texan says RB2 on the Steelers. Ouch. Ouch. All right, we played that one good. We played that one good. Now coming back to us, 71 and 74. Still a good range for receivers. Depends. Jesus, man. These ADPs are getting gross. These ADPs are getting gross. I'm telling you, I honestly wish I had less drafts left. I wish I had less drafts left because the ADPs are definitely more competitive now. Even like when we think about like where Tank Bigsby goes, like even in this range, which like I like to skip a good portion of this range if I'm not drafting. If I don't need a QB, like I'm basically skipping a lot of this range. Um, Liam Murphy's super on Kincaid, and he's rising again. I think literally just because of that. But Tank's going at 125 now. So we'll see what comes back to us. Yeah, this guy gets the Herbert stack like so easy. Of course. Of course. The icon going double elite tight end here with Kelsey and Kittle. We'll see how this team looks at the end as well. God damn. Deontay, London, Judy, Barkley start. Double R. Are we back? All right, we're back. Oh my God. We disconnected for a sec. We are back though. Greg says this is tough at number 1. There's nothing but crumbs by the time it gets to me. The Pounders all have their spoons out. Everyone's got their spoon. I'm just waiting. It's like, even if it's a 2-pick spoon, I'll take the 6-pick spoon. I always got the spoon out. You know that. You know that. Now, if I put myself in a position where I can't take someone, and that's not often, like I call it out right away when I do that to myself. It never feels good. It never feels good. Yeah, I don't know what happened right there. I don't know what happened. 21 likes. If we get to 35 before the next draft, we are going to pop off another draft after this one. Give me Fungal. All right, cool. Honestly, I'll take one of these 3. Pickens hype is real. Yeah, I'm glad I sort of got my shares earlier so I can fade right now. I guess the Dotson pick is just this is pretty automatic, I think. I think that's pretty automatic. Let's see what Eggwhite does. Come on, Greg. He went Aaron Jones with his last click. What are you guys taking Kenneth Walker over Aaron Jones? What's your guys? Let me know. Type Jones or Walker in the chat. Are you guys taking Jones or Walker? This is an ugly spot to be in for Greg here. He goes Javante. I don't mind the reach up. Walker, Jones, Walker for Jonathan. I was going to go Pittman there. Again, like Pittman, we think about he's only fallen in Best Ball Mania. So I think now he actually becomes like a little more sexy. Just a little, not like a whole lot. It's like ever so subtle. It's like ever so subtle. When's our next pick at 95? I might have to go receiver here. We just love bye week 7. This team's just bye week 7 team. Jared says Walker close though. I'd flip a coin. So you want to keep your exposures pretty even to those two. We don't need a running back there. I don't mind just going up and grabbing Brandon Cooks here. Just because I know when it comes back to us, there should still be running backs on the board. Or I'm cool skipping ahead and getting my third running back in this range. But if we do get Pittman there, I'm likely going A-Rich to go with Burrow and calling it quits at 2. That was the initial plan. Grab Pittman at 74 and then grab A-Rich on the way back around. But Greg destroyed our plan. He big brained us. He reverse big brained us. Max Payne. Max Payne. James Conner goes at 81. See Kyle Pitts go at 80. I love this. The Pitts slide. Buy him on the back end, baby. Maybe if he starts falling to 80 like pretty regularly, I will I'll be dipping into some Pitts shares. He was a fade for me. This year. Kamara and Swift. Goddard goes at 83. It's so funny how Darren Waller passed all these tight ends. It's so funny. Greg says, you sniped my Dotson. Yeah, you basically had to go. You had your 3 stud receivers, though. Could have gone either way there, I think. But in this draft, you probably just want to secure a receiver, which is smart. Vicky in the 12th spot. Nick Chubb, Amon-Ra, DJ Moore, Justin Fields, Chris Godwin, Darren Waller, Alvin Kamara, and DeAndre Swift. Really, really sick. Really sick. This team's just pissing green right now. It's freaking St. Patty's Day for Hershey here. All green. Green beer. Green ketchup. Green eggs and ham. Sky Moore off at 89. I just can't. I'm glad I have at least some because I don't think I'm going to be on the Sky Moore bandwagon this year. All the elitists try to get me on the bandwagon last year. This is what we're looking at coming up. And I'm cool with this group of receivers too. All right, there goes one. Fuck. Did I talk too soon? I talked too soon, didn't I? There goes Thomas. I don't necessarily love bringing in Burks here. I might be a bye week, bro. I might have to be am I going to be a bye week, bro? I'm going to be a bye week, bro. Would we just rather Marvin Mims? You know what I mean? Like at price, at cost. Is Marvin Mims just the better overall click than Cortland Sutton? That's like kind of how I view this. Let's go for the regular season price. Why not? And also like playoffs. Like I'm not that much of a freak. Not just trying to target regular season, but let's do something here. Let's try to do something. There's the A-Rich click. Love that. And we'll bring in Njoku here. So we get Watson to fall 9 picks. Probably not a very common pairing, Burrow and Watson. We have our 2 stud running backs, and we have our 4 relatively strong receivers. We're definitely going to have 7 to 8 receivers for this group. We'll see who our second tight end is. Potentially, we stop at 2, but most likely it's gonna be 3. We're done with 2 QBs and probably 5 running backs. That's what this team's already shaped up to be. And when you do enough drafts, you have enough experience, and you can tell, like, when you draft someone, you're like, "Yes, this group is now solidified with 5 running backs," because you got that one guy at, like, 172 that, like, hashtag my guy. That just makes you feel good. Burks at 104 is pretty sick, not gonna lie. Not gonna lie, Burks at 104 is very, very sick. Very, very sick. Like, if this team gets, like, Daniel Jones at 113 and he doesn't reach there, um, that would just be the best value for this team who started RB too. To get Burks there at 104 is very, very sick for that team. J-Moff at 108 to Vicky, and who else does she bring in? Carlos City just got Burks at 114. Come on. UFC Fight Snyder sick. Let's go. Let's go. I'll watch it later. I'll watch it later. I do like the guy that's he is a he's a very entertaining fighter. Sean O'Malley, super entertaining. Alright, I just got just got a tweet update. Ramondre is still Ramondre. That means likely he's just bouncing off of people through contact because that's what Ramondre does. Dude, I'm buying this dip on Ramondre all day long. If you think Zeke comes in here and crushes he's not gonna crush his value as much as people think. Yes, he has to fall a little bit. I'm drafting Ramondre ahead of Christian Watson. I'm most likely drafting Ramondre ahead of Jerry Jeudy and Keenan Allen. If you wanna put him behind Debo, go ahead. Go ahead. But I don't think you should be sliding this far. Unstacked Geno? Oh, no. Texan just got cucked, I think. Geno Smith, this guy's literally going for the regular season prize. That's what that looks like to me. When someone does that, hate to see it. Hate to see it. What are the chances this guy takes the guy? Probably pretty slim, right? He goes tank at 118, man. Oh, shit. Let's go Zay here. Let's bring in Zay, our 5th receiver. A-Chain sliding. A-Chain is sliding. You got Liam Murphy's favorite click on the board with Kincaid. You know it's his favorite click when you reach 10 picks in a $500 draft. Myers off the board. Oh my God. Dudes. Adam, thank you. I was on the wrong okay. I was on the wrong screen. That's a good click by Greg. Super sharp. We actually did want Jalen Warren there. I was on another screen. I have another draft board open, the same exact draft. It's just not the one that is being streamed. My bad. P Ryan here feels bad. Not gonna lie. Yeah, it's just I had the draft board that I had up wasn't the one that was being streamed to StreamYard. Dude, 123 being reached upon a whole round when I feel like he's a common fallers. It's not like he had a crazy preseason game or anything where he could even be hyped up, like, he had a catch and a fall. That's what he does. Thanks for letting me know. That's so funny. The fact that you guys are still here, I appreciate all of you. I appreciate all of you. Oh, man. We'll go P Ryan here. This is basically just a bet on Javonte not being healthy. Definitely wanted Warren. It's fine. I don't have a whole lot of P Ryan, so up in 15 picks, so 143, 146. Start to get that range down. Could have definitely gone. Could I have gone like Kincaid there and then go? Not really. Not really. This range is super gross. Really is. We'll see who comes back to us here, but it's funny how these running backs are really, really spread out now. Where they used to be bunched up, now you're getting some separation in ADP. Tyler Higbee off the board at 130. What is happening right now? Higbee's like a 140 drafter, right? 141. Everyone's reaching around on tight ends. Now I'm feeling good. I mean, I guess I reached around on a tight end. 10 picks. Under a round. Count it. Count it. Jerry Goff to Vicky with the Amon-Ra pick and JMO. She's crushing this draft. Gets the bring back and Gallup. Stop it. Stop. Stop. Let's trade. Let's trade teams. You just took this one down. I could have gone Lazard here instead for that bring back, but he's another bye week 7, and then we literally have no one playing week 7. 8 picks. We're up in 8 picks. Gotta get that week 17 relation for yeah, I don't know. That's pretty forced. That's pretty forced. Especially, like, team 11 and 12 already have a tight end. Do you really think they need to reach around on a tight end? Like, probably not. You could easily get him here. But, this guy's just ignoring ADP, so yeah, he's got Christian Watson, clearly high on, Green Bay Packers, but when other teams get Jordan Love at, like, 175, this kinda puts you at a big disadvantage. 3.5 rounds. Yeah, there goes Marvin Mims. There was one of the targets that we were looking to fall back to us. Texan with the 155 build, J-Dubs with the 1361. Algier off the board. Give us Mostert. Give us Mostert. Lock him in. Yeah, ain't no way this guy knows. This guy isn't watching preseason games. Sorry, Mr. T West. No disrespect. No disrespect. We are the sickos. We are the sickos here watching preseason games. His ADP is going to rise. We have Njoku at tight end. I don't think there's like another tight end that we can just stop at 2. We could go Rice here for a bring back for the KC Cincy game, but I don't feel like I need it. The Twitter updates as we draft is it's a lot. Another level. We're on another level. He goes Rashawn Johnson. Rashee Rice for the KC Cincy games, really interesting. I also like Komet here, but let's hold off on our second tight end because I think we need 3 tight ends no matter what. So who cares about bringing in Komet right now? Uncorrelated. We could easily get like Irv Smith and then Hunter Henry, and I'm cool with it. So let's bring in Rashee Rice. A little bring back in that week 17 game. Roto Heat Craig, welcome to the live stream. He was in our $500 Bulldog draft 2 nights ago. Says nothing says you know ball like watching a full preseason week 2 slate. You absolute sicko. And we're right there behind you. We are right there behind you. It's funny, like the casuals though, because they are starting to watch football too, because they haven't had football all season, all off season, and they see like Khalil Herbert break a 61-yard touchdown. All of a sudden, his ADP is ahead of AJ Dillon. It's like, what are we doing here? What are we doing? Brock Purdy paired with Deebo and Ayuk. Whew, the icon is cooking right now. The icon is cooking. Also paired McKinnon with Mahomes. And in practice, they're already practicing like red zone drills for Jerick McKinnon. That's what they did last year. He was a threat in the red zone. That's where he makes his money. It's like a gadget type running back in the red zone doing shuffle passes and shit. Like, he's gonna have his spike weeks. Do I love him at this price? No, but if you have Mahomes, I think it's a good bring in. And he also has MVS too. Who personally? I like Rice. I'd rather take the unknown in Rice than MVS, but that's just me. That could burn me this year. It didn't last year. And MVS paid. Thoughts on Etienne injury? It happened early. I think people are celebrating right now, like, we're grabbing Mostert here just in case it's a lingering issue. There's always that chance it's a lingering issue. He gets re-injured during the season, the same thing, same shoulder. I wouldn't be overly worried. I really wouldn't be overly worried if you have a ton of percent of A-Chain. And I don't personally, but that's just because I like Jeff Wilson for half point PPR, the guy that I think he's going to get the touchdowns. He's going to get the goal line work. Oh, Craig, welcome, my friend. YouTube Spoon membership. I appreciate you, dude. Welcome, welcome. Alec Pierce at 157. Vicky's still crushing it. Like, throw away everyone's draft. Vicky's guaranteed to. She's advancing. I like Icon's team. Texans also has a strong draft. A lot of draft capital at running back. We'll go over the teams at the end real quick. We also have to do the Patreon Founders Pounders Redraft League wheel of names. We're going to be spinning a wheel for draft order after this draft before getting into a second draft. Everett off the board. Musgrave at 159. Oh, man. Come on. No. Musgrave before Chiggy? Are we doing this? Are we doing this right? Oh, man. I thought Chiggy was going to make it back to us. All right. Give me DPJ or Irv Smith, I guess. It doesn't matter too much, I suppose. You got to think Greg wants Jeff Wilson, because if I didn't have Mostert, I would want Jeff Wilson. Do I need DPJ? What's the monkey saying in the ear? Let's go DPJ with the first click, and let's see who we get coming back to us. He already has two. Like, he should be done at tight end. My worry for DPJ is simply Cedric Tillman. Okay, we couldn't go Spears anyway, so that doesn't affect us. Irv Smith for the correlation, and I don't think we have to do that. I honestly think that Juwan Johnson's just the better click, and we already have two Cincy pass catchers, so fuck that. Let's go Juwan Johnson here. We already have 24% Juwan Johnson in Best Ball Mania. What's 25%? What's 20? What could it hurt? What could it hurt? I do like the Shaheed click though. I still think Shaheed's a best ball type guy that you should be in these late in the draft. Waiting for Booty to do something for the Pats, but I might be waiting for a while. Dotson, Irv Smith goes Dotson. Dawson Knox. Irv Smith goes behind him. Honestly, I agree with that. See Dylan noting that Juwan looked real good last week. Derek Carr likes his tight ends. Derek Carr likes his tight ends. Look up his stats to the tight end position. Yeah. Real heavy on Juwan. I think 19% post NFL draft and 24, now it's probably 25% in BBM. He just goes too late, and he fits perfect in a 3 tight end build. And Njoku as my first tight end, and it's stacked. Like, I feel really, really good about that. This guy's got 4 QBs. Lawrence, Prescott, Rodgers, and Carr. So many QBs, and it helps us because we have 2 strong QBs. So someone's gotta be suffering because of that. And Base Frank went early on both of his QBs. Lowercase went naked Gino, and Icon got his. Texan got his with a fallen Josh Allen. Little little slide, couple picks. J-Dubs with Tua. Greg got A-Rich and Kirk. I like that pairing too. I like what he did here too. I like this group of running backs. I like the tight end. I don't even mind Myers, to be honest. Patrick Mahomes, and you guys should just note this. Patrick Mahomes in the preseason game, would he play like probably three full downs? Managed to hit 9 different receivers. This is what he does. This is what he does. I wouldn't be shocked if there's no number 1 receiver again, and it's just Kelsey's the 24% target share guy, and everyone else is just spread out. It's just spread out. I don't have a lot of Kareem Hunt. If he signs, I think he fits this team mold. Like, I think I'm under 1% or like 1% Kareem Hunt. So let's make a click here because if he does sign, he's gonna be steamed up, and I don't feel like dealing with that. Patrick Mahomes touchdown to Justin Watson. Nice. Jonathan W says, I wanted Carr. J Dub's drafting here in the 4 spot. Let's see what Greg does. And I'm curious. So Hunter Henry went right before. It was definitely scooping Hunter Henry if he was on the board. Matt Collins, like I like that click. Ritter should be drafted. The fact that he doesn't go drafted is insane. All right. Let's bring in Conklin here. Here's our 3 tight ends. And we do get our Jets correlation for that Cleveland game. We do bring in the week 17 correlation for the week 17 bros out there. I know there's a few. Alpha says, how bad does KC as an offense look if Kelsey gets hurt? I mean, there goes basically, it's like the security blanket. He's that guy that you can depend on him. Love to read touchdown. Awesome play by both. Sean Tucker breaks out for a 27-yard run. All the updates, fellas. All the updates. Where are we? 21 likes. Guys, if we hit 35 likes, we're going to be doing a second draft after this one. Make sure you go down, slap the like if you're enjoying, and let's get into a second draft after this. I'm ready to draft all night. So far, we have Joe Burrow, Deshaun Watson. At tight end, Njoku, Juwan Johnson, and Conklin. That's our 3. At running back, Derrick Henry, Najee Harris, Ryan, Mostert, and Kareem Hunt. At wide receiver, Chase, Higgins, Dotson, Cooks, Zay Jones, Rashee Rice, DPJ. And we have 1 pick left. We're going to be doing a Best Ball Mania, Dean, for the next draft. I have how many left? Let me peek it. Gotta check how many we have left. Shit. I'm going to have 17 left. 17 left. Tajay Spears, 35-yard touchdown. We'd love to hear that. We love to hear that. We're at 31 likes, almost at the like goal. Let's go. Let's go. We have a few picks left. Hardman was another way I could have correlated this game. Oh, the Chris Evans. See, I feel like there is a tier break off after Conklin. I should have known, like, I'm not getting Chris Evans to fall back to me at 215, but I do want a little bit of Chris Evans. I sniped him in a few puppies today. Now being thought of as the third down back in Cincy, la-di-da-di-da. We'll see. We'll see. We'll see. And if it's true, I'm going to want a piece of that. So I think it's a really good click in the last round, even in the second to last round. Like, if you can secure it. If I didn't need a third tight end, if I had, and like, man, it's the tier break off for me. If Conklin wasn't on the board, I'm going Chris Evans here. Very sharp pick by Vicky in the 12 spot. Terry says, love the right side of the board right now. 100% agree. I'm like, put me on the back end, please. It's so much fun. It's so much fun. The running back value you're getting there, and it's insane. The fact that Stevenson goes in this range now, where he was going here for the first 60% of Best Ball Mania. Oh, God. Javonte Williams, first game time touch after returning from the knee injury, is a dropped pass from Russell Wilson. It's not as bad as I thought. It's not as bad as we thought, fellas. Ah, it's so gross. Do we just go Keontae? Let's make this the old man team. Let's make this the old man team. We already have one. Let's bring in both of them. And my Lenny and Hunt exposure is super low. And I feel like I do this when I'm not used to making a click, or like I have an exposure smooth out pick. Like, I just keep doing it. I think that's what just happened to my brain right there. But 3 tight ends. And this team's going to be led by Henry and Najee. We got Najee 6 picks after, Henry a few picks, and then just fill in. I hate the RB group, but I think we're strong everywhere else. Like, we're elite at QB. Like, this Deshaun Watson pick's a force. 100% it's a force pick, with the hopes that we get running back value to fall back to us in that next round. And it didn't happen. And that happens sometimes. But I think this team could have been super, super strong if it did. Let's go. It still has a chance. It's just not as, let me mark this first. What is this? Episode 50. 50. And let's peek these teams real quick. How many likes do we have? Do we have 35? We have 34. 34 likes. You guys have, I'm going to be covering these teams. If we get 35, we'll do another one. I'm sure we'll hit it. Vicky in the 12th spot. Fields and Goff. Waller and Freiermuth. Cooking with gas. Chubb, Kamara, Swift, Singletary, Zamir White, and Chris Evans. Brown, Moore, Godwin, Williams, Gallup, Pierce, Samuel. Sick team. Sick team. You get the Detroit double. You get the bring back with Gallup. You get 2 elite tight ends, in my opinion. Tier drop off after Freiermuth. Just sick. Just sick. Jared Parker in the live stream says, just drafted Spears. It pays to be in the live stream. Let's go. Let's go to the icon. Mahomes and Purdy. I'm going to like this team too. Kelsey, Kittle, and Irv Smith. Can't do the third tight end. Absolutely cannot do the third tight end when you have these two. Madison, Akers, McKinnon, Elliott, and Ford. If that last pick's a running back, could be anybody. Keontae Ingram. I'd already like this team a lot better. Samuel Ayuk, so you have the double, you have the triple stack in San Fran. Tony, Sutton, Boyd, MVS, Justin Ross. Maybe too much of one offense. 5 pass catchers on KC. It looks more like a weeklies team to me. But the start and even like the middle was good. I think you just had to spread the offense a little bit. Like if this is Alec Pierce, just bet on these guys being the one, or bet on MVS and just Ross being the guy instead of taking all of them, because you also have Tony too. Texan, Josh Allen and Staffy, Knox, Henry, McBride. That pairing's fine. This is an example of probably just like value tight ends. And you had to reach up for Knox a little bit, 11 spots, but he was probably going to get taken. Henry pick and McBride. I'm cool with that pairing. Really am. Yeah, I think we'll be doing a Bulldog either tomorrow or the next day. So hit the bell for notifications and look out for that draft, because those are always fun. And it's like always like Peter Jennings, Liam, Sam Sherman, like all the sharps. ETN, James Cook, Zach Charbonnet, Brian Robinson, Devon A-Chain at a discount, and Gainwell. I'm cool with that allocation. Yeah, that's good. That's solid at RB. Mix of vets, it's relatively young actually, which is good. Kupp, Waddle, JSN, Tyler Lockett, Rashad Bateman, Jeffrey, and Deontay Hardy to pair with Josh Allen. It's a nice team. It's a nice draft. J-Dubs with Tua and Tannehill, Kincaid, Okonkwo, and Hurst. I mean, scoop some values. Like, you have to love this. 14 picks after on Okonkwo. I'm not a big Hurst guy, so it doesn't look as sexy to me, but I'm sure it's fine. I'm sure it's fine. Even like these two, you could probably I wouldn't say you could stop with them. I like this pairing. It's a good pairing. You needed 3. Breece Hall, Kenneth Walker, Miles Sanders, Tyler Algier, and Donta Foreman. Real nice. Sanders has been falling. I don't know if I can take him. I'm not taking him at his ADP, but like 76 to 80, 82, like he's fallen a lot. So make sure you guys look out for that. Hill, Olave, Metcalf, Gabe Davis, Michael Thomas, Nico Collins. Yeah, super strong at receiver. Very strong. Spike week guys. It's a good draft. Egg White, A-Rich, and Kirk Cousins. Andrews, Laporta, and Fant. Aaron Jones, Javonte Williams, Jalen Warren, Rashawn Johnson, Jeff Wilson, Tajay Spears, Justin Jeffy, Calvin Ridley, Terry McLaurin, Michael Pittman. That was the snipe. That one hurt. But my team would have turned out the same way, which is weird. Myers, we'll bring back Hollins and Downs. I like the Mac Hollins pick. 24 picks before ADP is aggressive, but go and get your guys. Like at the end of drafts, like who cares about ADP really? Those last 2 rounds. I don't think a lot of people realize like Mac Hollins is like 6'3", 6'4". Like he's an absolute giant. Absolute giant. All right. Before we get into that next draft, 36 likes, 100%. We're doing a second one real quick for the redraft league, for the Founders Pounders redraft league. All the marbles Here's what we're doing. Here it is. Let me pull it up. We're spinning the wheel. The ultimate sweat. The ultimate sweat for draft position. I have to stand up for this one. We're going to start at the 12 spot. No, we're not standing. It's too much. We're going to start at the 12 spot and work our way down. So you don't want to see your name unless you like the back end of the drafts. Let's go without a further ado. Who's it going to be? Ben got the... I may have added a word in there. It's Ben got the nuts. Ben, congrats. You get the 12 spot. Drewski drafted next to him. Drew in the 11 spot. It's a single QB, 2 running back, 3 receiver, 1 tight end premium. It's half point PPR, but tight end premium. 10 spot for Slumdog. Am I in here? Oh my. I'm not even in here. Oh my God, we got to do it again. No. Max Payne. Now I'm going to get the 12 spot. Oh, man. Oh, no. I already know what's going to happen. Slumdog. And who's the last one? Drew. TB Bucks. No. I didn't add myself. This is... I'm like, I don't see myself. I feel like I have to spin the wheel twice now. I feel like I can't just go off this next spin. I know, rigged. It's like, yeah, my name's the only one not called. I guess I get the 1 spot. For the 12 spot. Oh, no. Oh, we're good. We're way good. Joust. I'm sorry. Maybe get some values to follow you on the back end there. You know, it's... Let's go. All right, I think Slumdog got the 10 last time, so he gets the 11. This is too much. Larry drafting from the 10 spot this year. We are going to have a championship ring. We're going to make some t-shirts. We're going to have some fun with this league. E-wall. Eight spots for Bane. E-wall in the 9 spot. Oh my God! Ah! No! What? Are we sure? Can we? All right, challenge on the field. No. Really? On the line, man. On the line. Everyone knows the streamer supposed to get that half influence right there. Like the foot was on, off. All right, I guess I'm in the middle of the room. That's fine. Got the rug all messed up. Same thing again. Now Ben is in the 6 or 7. Ben's in the 7. I'm in the 8. God damn it. Jeff in the 6 spot. It's getting down to the wire, fellas. It is getting down. Too cool, rad. In the 5. It's amazing. So what did Drew get? TB Bucks got the 11 spot. Drew's just making out. Drew is making out right now. And we have 3 Drews in this league. 3 Drews. Drew Lannon in the 4 spot. Vinny D in the 3 spot. Do you guys honestly, does anyone like the 1 spot? Because I'd probably rather have the 8. You know what I mean? Probably just rather have the 8 because I don't have a choice. Oh, Heart Rates gets the 2 and TB Box Drew goes from 11 to the 1 spot. What a turnaround. What a turnaround. Oh my God. Luck box. Luck box. Luck box. Unbelievable. Unbelievable. All right, let's get into another one of these. 7 spots. 7 spots left. I got to fix the rug. We're all jacked up. How do I not add myself to the... How do I not add myself? Eric, thank you for the sub. Welcome to the channel, my man. And we get the 6th spot. We get the middle of the draft. We deserve that. Vicky's in here. J-Dubs. Icon at 9. All right. I think we lucked out. There's only 3 pounds. Oh, no. Het. Het looks familiar. Het, let me know if you're here in the live stream. Gavin, welcome to the pound. Appreciate the sub, my dude. Fungal, my friend. My God. So I think I'm at 8. Yeah, throw the dynasty question up. I'm not a huge dynasty guy. I'm just getting into it. Het's here. What's going on, man? We do have Dynasty Sharps in our Discord if you want to join that. Let's hear it. Okay. 8-man Superflex. 8-man Superflex Dynasty. Year 2. Jordan Love, Chris Olave, and 2025 first for CMC Rashad Bateman. No, I don't think so. You have to give up Olave and a first for CMC and Bateman? I don't think so. Man, CMC, but okay. Is it 3 wide receiver? Oh, you'd be getting Olave? Oh, okay. Probably just going Eckler here at 6. Eckler or Diggs. I need to know, do you start 3 receivers? Do you start 2 receivers? That makes a big difference. I know it's super flex, but is it a 3 receiver, 2 receiver league? I like the Olave side as well. Selling CMC when he has this year, next year to be elite. I think that's smart to try to sell CMC. But yeah, are you trying to win now? Because obviously, Jordan Love, Olave, and a first is win later type scenario. But 3 receivers, 2 flex. Okay, that makes sense. Yeah, give me, and it's super flex, and again, Jordan Love too. I mean, I think that's a smash spot. But you have Jefferson, Amon-Ra, Terry McLaurin, Jahan Dotson, bunch of dogs. Also have Brees. Oh man, you were sitting pretty, my friend. Kenneth Walker and Ramondre. Yeah, Texan says Olave for CMC straight up. You're also getting a first-round pick, and you're getting Jordan Love. We don't know what Love is right now, but in a super flex, you also have Pitts. Dude. You can sell CMC and still compete this year. That's crazy. That's crazy. Yeah. Texan sees it the same way I do. Says Love over Bateman. And then you have Olave over CMC, and then you're getting a free first on top of that. I'm accepting that. Yeah, Olave's Olave's good for 13 years. You know, Olave's good for 13 years. All right, that's an aggressive. He's good for 7 years. Oh, man. I guess we're just pissing like it's St. Patty's Day. Barkley at 19 with the information we have now. It's an easy click. It's an easy click. We're starting double RB on this one. See if we can come back. We will figure it out. We'll figure it out. Olave goes right after Devonta Smith, Derrick Henry, Calvin Ridley at 23 to pair with CMC. Vicky gets Chase at 3. Just like, what kind of lucky charm bracelet are you wearing? And send me one. Send me 2. Shit, I'll wear an anklet. Chase at 3 is just, it's rare. It feels so good. It feels so good. Mahomes at 24. Uncle Ted Tots, welcome to the live stream, says Kenneth Walker 3, Metcalf, Josh Jacobs is a steal. Oh, the double elite QB. Oh, ooh, yikes. Yikes. That's gross. That's gross. I can't get behind that ever. Double elite. Yeah. Get the, no, I don't think he's on auto. Josh Allen. Josh Allen's ADP goes after Jonathan Taylor, so definitely not an auto pick. No, there's no reason to do that. This early, it doesn't make sense because week 17, you're going to be playing 440 other teams, and only one of your 2 QBs can start. There will be other teams with Mahomes. There will be other teams with Josh Allen. So basically, they are just getting an extra second round pick on you, an extra second or an extra third round pick on you. That's the huge negative behind that. If JT falls to us, like, I have to click him. Start with 3 RBs. I would do it. I would do it. I hate this so much. I hate this so much. What I want to do and what my body's telling me to do are 2 different things. I'm going to try to get the Chargers double stack. Just based on the way the ADPs are lining up, I'm going to try it. I do not like Keenan Allen better than Cooper. I do not like Keenan Allen better than Mark Andrews. But 43 for Mike Willie. We're at pick 43. Pick 54 and Justin Herbert, ADP is 53. And if we get Mike Williams, you would think you would be able to get Justin Herbert here, but we'll see. We'll see. Also, oh man, we'll see. Oh my God. Terry says, I hate the left side of the board, so betting on CMC staying healthy, feel good about Ridley and Higgins, though. Yeah, Ridley looks good. Let's see him in a game. Herbert snipe incoming, 100%. Mr. Random he just said the quiet part out loud. Like, I'm ready to hurt, so it's okay. I'm ready to hurt. Jerry Jeudy at 36, huh? You used to be able to get, there was a way that you can get Keenan Allen, Jerry Jeudy, Mike Williams, and Justin Herbert. You can't get that anymore. I have a team like that early in Bestball Mania. I'll try to find it and I'll post it in the Discord afterwards. Let me link the Discord because I know some of you guys aren't in there. We have like 150 members. It's where we all hang out off stream. We draft together off stream, plus EV late night drafters, riser fallers channel, draft grade section channel where you just post your drafts, get graded by the pounders. Just awesome. Everyone keeps up with. Come on. All right. We are setting it up. Don't fuck us. Oh my God. Imagine though, if we end up with 3 Chargers and not Herbert, this would suck so much. This would suck. Oh God. I'm ready to hurt. It's fine. I won't be surprised. I'd honestly, so like if this does happen to you and you get sniped and you have this super stack, the only way to recover from it is elite rushing QBs, maybe not even elite, but rushing QBs like Deshaun Watson, A. Rich, Daniel Jones. Those 3 guys come to mind. We have the whole Chargers offense. I swear to God, if someone snipes Herbert, I'm just going to go next pick Quentin Johnston. Just out of spite. Honestly, I thought this guy was going back-to-back QBs, so maybe we're lucky. All right. It looks like they might have a brain. We'll give them a chance. We'll give them a chance. I know people like that strategy. You have to think. I'm surprised that Vicky didn't go Joe Burrow here at 46. Or she's just completely fine knowing that he's going to take Joe Burrow. And I like what he did here. T. Higgs, Joe Mixon, and Burrow. Dear God. Dear God, please. I got a Herbert stack. It's like finding a fucking rare Pokemon. Just fucking chucking Pokeballs at it. Thing runs away. It's like, fuck. We got it. We got him. We got him. Oh, it feels good. All right. Let's see the Herbert. Let's see the Herbert exposures. Let's see the Herbert exposure because it's low and I don't want it to be low, but it is because I mean, like I can't get him. He always gets sniped. It's absolutely nutty. Really is nutty. And his ADP like hasn't even changed that much. That's the weird part about it. It just seems like it happens to me. Dudes, you don't even want to know. Okay. At least this is just BBM. 3%. 3%. That's so low. So low. You know what solves that? The Bulldog. $500 Bulldog. Getting a Herbert stack. Uncle Ted says Damian Pierce is a stud. This year's Reminder Stevenson. I like the take. Investor better. Yeah, chips I took. Russ, Javante Callaway when it happened to me. The reverse jinx. Oh, yeah. You know, Prankster. You got to throw it out there. Dude, like, I really want, like, at minimum, I want, like, 8 or 9% Herbert. So I think just some high stakes drafts to kind of offset my exposures for season long, whatever. I think that'll help. Darren Waller at 61 here. He just keeps getting steamed up. He's going ahead of Kittle pretty regularly in drafts now, which is cool because I was lightly fading Hawkinson and Kittle at the start of BBM, and I was drafting Waller. Now I'll fade Waller, and now I'll draft Kittle and Hawkinson at a discount. Sure. Icon likely going receiver here. Yeah. Pittman at 64. Hot take. Over Godwin, over Mike Evans, over Pickens and Gabe Daves. That's spicy. We get Kittle here if we want him. But do we want him? I mean, 67 is fucking late. When's our next pick? Our next pick's at 78. It'll have to be a receiver. And I'm not confident that we can get a receiver back around. So that's going to be the tiebreaker right there. Our next pick's at 78. I go to that range. I don't want to have to depend on getting Jahan Dotson because we started with 2 RBs and 1 QB. If we go tight end there, I think my team ends up like shit. Instead, we have 3 by week 5 guys. Still shit. Fuck. No, we're fine. We're fine. Let's see what comes back to us. This guy has no running back, so thinking he could easily double tap. This guy's stacking receivers. J-Dub's going receiver. This is kind of what I expected and why we went Godwin. We also get Godwin at 67. And that's just as good of a scoop as getting a falling Kittle because Godwin's ADP started higher than 60 in Best Ball Mania. So getting him at 67 feels good. But guys, if you haven't already, go down, drop a like on a live stream. If you are new to the channel, drop a sub. We also do redraft. We also do Battle Royale. We won week 18 last year for 25 Gs. Season long. Awesome. Like 33%, 34% first place finish rate. So we're going to be doing content all season long. So if you're enjoying, drop the sub. It helps a lot. We're going to be doing a 24-hour live stream. We can hit 1,000 subscribers before NFL kickoff. Let's go. We also have a free best ball draft guide this season located in the Discord. Bam. Link in the chat. Get in the Discord. People in the chat will tell you. Discord's awesome. So many resources. All right, let's see what comes back to us. I knew the receivers were going to go. Kittle goes at 75. Oh, Vicky. Get the spoons out. Get the spoons out. Oh, my God. Kittle a full round after a fallen ADP. Come on. And it's a bring back. And she's got a double stack. So killing it. Killing it. Nate says, yep, Discord is fire. We would have gone Addison there. Fuck. I don't think we even can. I can't go RB here, guys. I can't go RB. I need a receiver. I need a receiver. It's going to be Brandon Cooks again. Quentin Johnson lowers our ceiling. He lowers our ceiling to bring in a 4th pass catcher. Because Austin Eckler's a pass catcher. To bring in a 4th pass catcher in a 1-game slate, week 17 against 440 other teams. Other teams are just going to have the 2 best that spike that week, and we're going to have 4 of them. We're going to have 2 dead roster spots. I don't love that. Ooh. Rashi Rice is showing off. Little update from the Twitter machine. We'll overlook the near fumble at the end. The tweet ends in from Josh Norris. Great. Texan seeing a little pattern with back-to-back Brandon Cooks. He's just a spike week guy. Especially going in this range. He goes at like the end of a tier, in my opinion. Like I like Quentin Johnston and Brandon Cooks. Let's say pretty equally. I would have taken Addison pretty easily over Cooks. If Quentin Johnson fell to us and we didn't have 100 Chargers pass catchers, yeah, I would go Quentin Johnson. But I think Brandon Cooks is the next best on the board pretty easily. 5 picks away. We're picking at 91. Let's see what comes back to us. Second QBs, we could plan for a Dak pick at 102. It'd be 4 picks before ADP, which isn't crazy. Already kind of planning this stuff in my head. Love the pit snipe, Jonathan W says. Where'd it go? Kyle Pitts is 74. Is it a pit snipe? Okay. I think we just go a falling Treylon Burks here. Or we can go Pacheco. If we go Pacheco, our next pick's at 102. That's like running back haven, though. Like, that's where I want to be picking running backs and tight ends. So for me, it's like one of these two, to be honest. Let's go Treylon Burks. Let's make the bet that the knee is healthy in a few weeks. Even if he misses like the first 2 weeks of the season, I think we'll build this team so it survives either way. I really care about week 15, 16, 17. Oh, dear, Uncle Ted, we can't do this. We can't do this with Deneric. It says Deneric Prince will be the Chiefs RB1 this year. We can't do this. We can't do this again. I mean, I really like Pacheco with this fallen ADP at 92. What do you start at? I can pull it up. If you guys join the Discord, we have a little cheat sheet. If you go to Bestball cheat sheet channel and you scroll all the way to the top, JGFC, I linked a tweet from him that has the starting ADPs when Bestball Mania opened. So you can reference those ADPs. Let me tell you where Pacheco started. Pacheco started at 68 or 69. So you're now being able to draft him at 90, 92. That's a nice little advantage over the early drafters. That's why I do like Pacheco in that range. Uh-oh. All the RBs fell off the board. Brian Robinson's left. Put your hands up. If he goes, we'll just go tight end. Sky Moore off the board. Let's go Robinson here. Bring in our third RB. And we're just super, super balanced right now. Yeah, and Njoku's fallen just a little bit. Not a whole lot. He stays pretty consistent. I still think Njoku. I just think he's pretty safe at his price. Like, I'd rather Njoku at his price over Ingram. And Ingram used to go a lot earlier than where he goes right now. So that's why I ended up with so much Njoku and Freiermuth. Let me pull up. Where did Ingram start? Njoku started at 100. Ingram started at 88. So it's pretty close. It's actually very relevant. Well, relatively close. Waller started at 74, but he fell. Guess I don't remember him starting at 74. What was surprising to me was like how accurate we were able to get the ADPs down in the big board this season. So the big board is the tournament that came out like 2 weeks or 1 week after the Super Bowl. And we maxed that for 150 entries, $10 entries. Especially those rookie receivers, like those 3 rookie receivers. There wasn't a ton of movement. Like their initial ADP was relatively sharp. That was the time to be drafting like A-Rich and like Jahmyr Gibbs. That was the time to be drafting those guys. But all right, what do we want to do for QB2 here? We can go Dax off the board, right, at 107 to the Lamb team. Kind of figured that was going to happen. But if he passed on him, we would have taken him here. Beckham, J-Mo still there. Juju, A-Chain, Kincaid. No Cap, welcome to the live stream. Ask, how's the drafts going? Oh, we want Danny Dimes. Nice pick. Het's in the live stream. Het's a pounder. Danny Dimes is our most owned QB this offseason. That would have been a sick pairing with Barkley, too. That would have felt really good. Instead, I think we just go Kincaid here. Bring in our first tight end. Second QB options. I mean, there's always Ryan Tanny. The Daniel Jones would have fit so damn nice. But Cap, Mac, to answer your question, we got the triple stack with the Chargers. So we're feeling pretty good right now. We're feeling pretty good. Let's pull up the board. Alan Lazard off the board. Ooh, Uncle Ted talks is Michael Myers, without a doubt, is the best rookie tight end. Maybe like overall prospect into the NFL for an impact on the team, but not, I don't think, like best offensive weapon. I like that though. This guy's got a ton of conviction in every single thing he says. I love that. This dude's got a 2-3-2-2 build. Make that a 2-3-2-3 build. Just blowing minds. He's just clicking names here. What is happening? Thanks for the donation, ER7 says. Oh, he goes Alec Pierce. He actually snipes one of our late round guys. Oh, it's too funny. Who got A-Rich in this draft? Who got A-Rich? The icon. At least he got Michael Pittman, because I know like that's one of my main targets when I have A-Rich is to bring in Alec Pierce. We see Cole Kmet go off the board how early? 22 picks, 23 picks. These guys are goddamn savages. These guys are savages. All right, J-Dubs. He goes Juju. I'm between Tank and Jalen Warren. I think it's pretty eeny, meeny, miny, mo, to be honest. I think they both rise. Let's go with Jalen Warren. I think I have a ton of Bigsby at a much later price, too. And my phone's dead, so I can't even check it. ER7 said, he's asking, what did you like most of today's preseason games? Pittsburgh going down, scoring 3 touchdowns. The Jalen Warren touchdown was awesome. Tank Bigsby showed a lot today. Stroud kind of struggled a little bit, but like that's expected for a rookie QB. Tough to say what I like the most. You sort of just take it all in. The A-Chain injury. A lot happened today. A lot happened. Dude, this guy's just going off. Rashawn Johnson is a must draft. I love it. All the conviction in the world. Without much context, but it's okay. Jeremy getting sniped like crazy. Took DJ early, like pick 33, and they pulled Fields off early as well. Yeah, Fields is going at like this 3-4 turn. It happened back-to-back drafts. It's funny. I sent out a tweet like 2 weeks ago saying like Justin Fields will be a third rounder next year. He's going to be a third rounder this year. Chris from Fantasy Football Garage. What's going on, dude? It's been too long. I'm going to get you back on the channel. ER7 on my redraft. Who should I have Roach on? Oh, Roshan Johnson or Warren. Yeah, I think they're both good picks. Most likely Warren. It's gonna be a three-headed backfield in Chicago. Yes, I think Roshan Johnson has the highest upside for the end of the season to get like 40% of the carries there, but like Khalil Herbert's explosive. We saw it last year. He showed it again in the preseason. He's explosive. He's going to get touches. And then Foreman's just really good when given the opportunity, when he gets the ball in his hand. So I still think he gets like 15-20% of the carries as well. Just think it's going to be 3 RBs there. Now, if someone can take it over, I think it is Roshan. Khalil Herbert's small. He's like 5'9", so he can't be that guy that has like 70-80% of the workload. This range is gross. Let's get our bring back and Marvin Mims for this Chargers game. I think that's sharp to just go up and get. Trey Lance is going to be a 0 this year. I think we have to follow the signs. Got to follow the signs. Infa, welcome to the live stream. Says, who would you take in a 2-quarterback keeper league? I have the option of Josh Allen or Bijan. Josh Allen, 100,000 million%. 2 QB league, it's the QB 99% of the time. And in this case, you have an elite QB. 100%. ER7 says Rashee Rice looks good, and that's good for the Expos. Devil's Peoples Jones is a huge sleeper. Yeah, I like DPJ. We drafted him on our last team, but he does have Cedric Tillman kind of at his heels. And Cedric Tillman looks good. So DPJ will have that job early season. Come the end of the season, I wouldn't be surprised if Cedric Tillman took that job over. Ted, please don't spam the chat, bro. It's a lot. It's a lot. Roto Heat Craig trying to get it going. Says 8 more to fill the next Bulldog. If you want to jump in there with Craig, $500 draft. How many likes would we have to get to jump into that draft right now? We're at 42. How many should we set it to? Jordan Love goes off the board. J-Dubs with no tight end yet. Oh, shit. Are we going to get Damian Harris at 150? Fuck. Like, do I really even want him? That's the tougher part. Like, we can get him here. But do I want him here? I don't. I think we got to raise the Mostert exposure. Back-to-back drafts of Mostert, especially after the news. I think it's fine to do that. 44 Lucky says, you sicko. You sicko. Ben, welcome to the live stream. He's got his wrench. He's out here. You pulled. Did Ben pull the 11? We'll have to go back and look. After our first draft, we did the drawings for the Founders Pounders League. We spun the wheel. Jeff Wilson goes at 154. Yeah, he definitely should be. He should definitely be around Singletary. He goes at 171. I think he should be in this range for sure. Second QB. What are we going to do? We can bring in like Curtis Samuel, but like Brian Robinson's not the best pick with Sam Howell. He's more of the first and second down, not pass catching RB. We can just go. Maybe we get Chiggy, come back to us, and we bring in Tannehill. That could work. Little double stack with Tanny. Could always do like a Patriots back stack. Parker, Henry, and Mac Jones. It's always like a safety outlet for a second QB. Let's pull this up real quick. Take a Chase Brown, the 11, you're sick. Oh, no. So he got 12 in the first draft and then he gets 11 in the second one. Yeah, A-Chain, he hurt his shoulder, but come on. He can only fall so far before I'm like, fuck. Am I going to have too much at RB? Like, probably. This is probably too much draft capital. We'll make it work, though. We'll make it work. We got him 31 picks after ADP. Like, what do you want me to do? What do you want me to? I'm a massive spoon. I'm a massive spoon. That might have been the trap pick. That might have been the trap pick. My next pick was going to be Chiggy. And he fell 13 picks. But I already passed. Like, I can only pass on the guy so many times. We need one more receiver to lock this group up. That makes 7. We need 2 more tight ends. We need 1 QB. Does that math equal up 2 more receivers? 1 more receiver, 1 more QB, 2 more tight ends. Huge math guy. Big math guy. And our running backs, I mean, scooped a massive value here. That feels good. Barkley at 19 feels good too. We got to land the plane. And it's a little rocky right now, but we're going to land it. Look at these teams, man. 3-3-4-3. Has anyone ever seen this before? This has to be the worst build through 14 rounds I've ever seen. There's auto drafters that end up with better teams. What is happening? Yeah, Ben, round 14, Damian Harris. I had to, right? Like I probably could have got away with just stopping at 5 running backs. But we're just going to figure it out. We have to turn running backs off. What are we doing? Turn the running backs off. Some people bring rakes instead of spoons. I love that. Tank Dell off the board at 170. This man's sick. Fergie off the board. Do you have Dak? No, but I still like it. Rondell Moore finally falling to a clickable range. This is new. I mean, we would have to. If J-Dubs doesn't, I think we have to. Fuck. I think now we really have to. I wanted Juwan Johnson. Guys, I think I have to. And we're just going to click some names at the end of this draft. 30 picks. 30 picks there. It's 60 picks of value in 2 picks. I don't think we really scoop too much elsewhere, but we'll take that. We'll take that. It's so funny. Like this is my take on Rondale Moore. Like he should be going here. Get these running backs away from my face. Get these running backs away from my face. Could also go like a late, like if we didn't get Rondale Moore there, we could go a late Matt Collins and just bring in Ritter like for a single stack. The plan was to go Parker and bring in Macaroni and Jones. Staffy goes off the board at 179. There's just this is a crazy room. Crazy room. I wanted Juwan Johnson. If I was given the option between Juwan Johnson and Rondale Moore, I was going to pick Juwan Johnson at ADP. Taysom Hill at 180 feels good too. He's starting to slip though. As we saw the last 3 days, we went over that before we jumped into a draft. He's fallen 6.5 spots in the last 3-4 days. Kendrick Miller 181, and he should be back practicing soon. He's back on the field again. 2 days ago. What a roller coaster. If you guys have been on the Kendrick Miller ride with me, it's been rocky. It's been rocky. Oh, goddamn. Look at this. Rapid fire. The RBs fly off, conking off the board. I just misclicked so heavily. No one saw that. No one saw that. Kincaid and Henry were super weak at tight end. Not going to lie. The tight ends are... Kincaid... I would like to get like Kincaid, Juwan Johnson, and Henry. Like that was the goal for this team. We missed it by 1 pick. So now we need a third tight end. Who's your guys' favorite tight end out of this group? Probably highest upside is Likely. Maybe we'll do something. Anything on the injury here? Got to keep an eye on this. Sanders injury, Chuba Hubbard injury. You got Blackshear who's not being drafted. Finds the end zone. I don't think he had a great game, but he got 6. We're done at receiver. 1 QB. It could be Tanny. It could be Macaroni and Jones. That's it. And now Vic takes Tanny. Ooh. Drew G says Kate Otten for this team. Does that bring Baker Mayfield in play for the Chris Godwin double stack? No one's doing it for good reason. I just think there's such a good chance we see both Trask and Baker Mayfield this year. Like, can Baker Mayfield really, like, even if he plays good for 3 games in a row, if he plays bad 3 games in a row at any point in the season, I just think he gets pulled. Yeah, ER7 says, I think Trask beats Baker. It just makes me so unconfident. Well, let's bring in Macaroni and Jones here to go with Henry. I would have liked Tannehill. I think Tannehill can be an enormous value, an absolute enormous value at this range. Like, he just got D-Hop. He has a second-year Chiggy. He has a second-year Treylon Burks. He still has Derrick Henry, who caught more passes last season, caught 33 balls. Got Tajay Spears, who might be kind of jumping into that third down role. I like Tannehill, especially like regular season prize in mind too, where he could just be a massive value as a QB2 for an elite QB team. And I think Herbert you can count as elite pretty easily this year. Tanny goat, you guys are sick. All right. Cole Hardman, John Mechie, Calvin Austin, Trey Palmer really pulling out the sleeps. Like Trey Palmer probably needs an injury to Mike Evans to be relevant. But who knows? Who knows? Maybe he gets in the mix. Maybe he gets in the mix this year towards the end of the season. Noah Fant off the board. Chase Claypool off the board. Michael Wilson, I like that click. How full is this tournament? 72% full. What percent of the time do we think Smythe has been clicked? Jimmy Graham? No, I can't. I can't. One of these two is fine. I think any of these are really fine. I think we're going to go with Smythe here. Just because we need a miracle, basically, for this tight end group. And if we can get that miracle with someone that's not being drafted a lot, I think that has 3 times the impact. Like, he just needs to be like tight end 15 to have a huge impact on this team. And everyone knows tight end 15 is the same as tight end 5. Tougher drafts with the Pounders in the chat for sure. So Justin Herbert and Mac Jones, Kincaid, Henry, and Durham Smythe, Austin Eckler, Barkley, Brian Robinson, Jalen Warren, Raheem Mostert, and Damian Harris. Damian Harris was the trap pick. But if I could have gotten value to fall to us, like if I could have gotten just Juwan Johnson to fall one more pick, and then I go like Devontae Parker, I'd rather the combo of Juwan Johnson and Devontae Parker than Rondell Moore and Hunter Henry. If that could have happened, Kincaid, Juwan Johnson, and any third tight end, I like that better than my combo for sure. J-Dubs. Nice draft. All right, we got hot takes in the chat. Come on, let's read these out. Investor Better says, Trask will have a better career than Richardson. Oh, man. Oh, no. You guys are going to start a riot right now. You guys are going to start a riot in the chat. Let me pull up these teams real quick. Holy smokes. Man, back-to-back tough drafts. Expected, though. Let me type this in here. Let's mark it live. Episode 50. Make sure you guys mark them. If you draft with us, mark your drafts. We can see your process of the draft. I think that'd be super cool. Jared Goff, Ryan Tannehill at QB for Vicky. So like a little thin at QB, but relying on Goff to be steady. And then Tannehill also, like we said, could be a value this year. So this could be a really good pairing if Tanny can be that value. Like Tannehill could finish ahead of Russell Wilson. That's going to be my hot take this season. That Ryan Tannehill, if he plays all the games, let's do this. On a points per game basis, he scores more than Russell Wilson this season. Put it on the board. George Kittle, Sam Laporte, and Jake Ferguson. Love it. Derrick Henry, Gibbs, A.J. Dillon, Jamal Williams, and Singletary also like it. Singletary looked really good on third down today. Caught, I think, 2 balls, but like tough catch on one of them. Like he was blanketed. They're going to use him. On third down. Chase, Hopkins, Ayuk, Dotson, Bateman, Lazard, Parker, bunch of guys. But you got your 5 before Bateman. I think that's strong. Definitely a strong draft from Vicky again. J-Dubs in the 5 spot. Kirk Cousins, Derek Carr, Desmond Ritter, Jonathan Taylor, Aaron Jones, Pacheco, Jerick McKinnon, Gus Edwards, and Lenny. I don't know if I love both KC RBs just because they're a bet against one another. Chiggy and Juwan Johnson, definitely a little thin at tight end, but it's not like it can't work. Kupp, Olave, London, Evans, Addison, Moore, and Juju. I think J-Dubs also had a tough draft next to me. And then that guy was sniping all the QBs, so I think he had a little tougher time. I like the correlation with Addison. I kind of want to double stack when I have Kirk Cousins because he's a pocket passer. Same thing with Derek Carr. I want the double stack. You got Olave and Juwan Johnson. Perfect. Desmond Ritter to go with Drake London. I think that's fine. And I like the QBs, like the 3 QB pairing's really nice. And Het, I was surrounded this draft. Het in the 7th spot. Trevor Lawrence and Jones. That was another pinnacle moment of this draft when Jones got picked 1 pick before us. Trevor Lawrence and Jones, Kelsey and Conklin, Chubb, Stevenson, Etienne, and Spears. Super light, hyper fragile build at RB. I like to do it, if I'm going to do it, 4 RBs before like pick 103 is that range. But maybe just depending on like a Derrick Henry trade or Derrick Henry injury here. But strong at RB. So with Chubb, Stevenson, Etienne, you're basically just depending on them to get into the lineup every single week. And this is why he had to do that. First receiver is Kirk. Kirk, Johnson, Michael Thomas, Nico, Zay Jones, Mingo, Hodgins. See, like, he went, this is like basically 0 RB or 0 wide receiver build, but he picks the right guys. Like, he picks the spike week guys, so it's not like it can't work. It's going to be tough. It's going to be a tough road, but I like at least the way you drafted the team. And the icon in the 9th spot, Lamar Jackson and A-Rich. That's a fun pairing. Goddard and Everett. I think it's fine. I don't think it really costs you a lot to add a 3rd tight end at the end of drafts, but maybe one didn't fall to you. Bijan, J.K. Dobbins, Alvin Kamara, Elijah Mitchell, Donta Foreman, Chuba Hubbard. A little take here on the Dobbinator here. 57, 10 picks before ADP. Jalen Waddle, DJ Moore, Pittman, Tony, Mooney, Osborne, Shaheed, and Claypool. I like the receivers. No team looks super sexy with Tony or Pittman, but Tony at 112, that's the range where I'll think about it. Like I'll talk it over. Tony at 112 is okay. That's good risk. Good risk there. That's where I'd probably take it. So guys, goddamn, we got like 15 left, 16 left. Thank everyone for coming out tonight. You guys are awesome. All the support you guys have been showing the channel just means so much to me. Keeps me coming back. If you haven't already, drop a like on the way out the door. If you enjoyed tonight's live stream, drop the sub, sign into your YouTube account, drop the sub. We're doing a 24-hour live stream at 1,000 subscribers. And I hope everyone has a really good night. I appreciate you guys. Pounders.